Hi everyone, it's John here from Xpos. Welcome to this week's edition of Friday Freebies. I hope you're all well. This week we're going to take you through, I'm going to show you how to carry out shared stock take in Xpos. So first of all, what is shared stock taking? So shared stock taking is where multiple users can carry out the same stock take. So there might be 4 members of staff in the business. All 4 people could all, on their own devices, carry out part of the stock take. That when they send then to Xpos, all of the figures get added to one to complete the stock take. So for example, there's myself and a colleague in the shop. We want to stock take the golf shoes. I could start stock taking on the shop floor. My colleague could join the stock take that I've created and they could carry on stock taking in the storeroom. So it kind of, more hands make light work, so to speak. So first of all, then I'm just going to take you through how this is done. So I'm actually I've shared my phone screen here. So this is my Zap Pro app that I've logged into. So I just to mention that I've got 2 staff members today that I'm actually going to use for this demonstration. One is called Xpos John Xpos, sorry, and the second one is John Williams. So there's 2 separate users, 2 separate devices. I'm just going to take you through how it looks and how you carry out the stock take with multiple users. So first of all, one user would create the stock take. So on Zap Pro, we're going to select Create Stock Take. Now on this screen, I'm sure you've all seen this before. If we were going to stock take the whole shop, we'd put a little tick into Golf Shop. That if we wanted to pick a group, we would select the arrow next to Golf Shop, then would be able to select from this list here on the screen. Now, if you wanted to break that down further and just do a category, so for example, maybe we don't want to do all of our clubs, we just want to do men's and ladies drivers. We can obviously, you can see on the screen here, it can be selected just by tapping certain categories. This is really handy if you want to look at high value categories, so men's drivers, ladies drivers, or you wanted to just look at men's shoes or ladies' shoes separately as well. I'm actually going to do the demonstration on trolleys today. So down the bottom here, I'm going to tap trolleys. Now I'm going to go at the top of my screen to brands. Now, your screen might look different to mine. So in my Xpos system, only carry Motor Caddy. So that's why I see Motor Caddy. If you carry Motor Caddy, Power Caddy, and multiple other brands, you'll see them all on the screen. So this is a copy of your data. It's what you have in your system. So I'm going to tap Motor Caddy on the screen. I mean, I could have selected all. It doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to press details. So this one's really important. I would always recommend tapping into the screen here where it says optional and actually typing in the name of a stock take. So I'm going to call this trolley stock take. Possibly the date. I mean, the reason I might put a date or a little reference in here is because you might do maybe a certain category like golf balls and confectionery, because they're fast moving categories. You might do those quite often. So maybe you do them once a month, every 3 or 4 months. If you've got in the system then Xpos lots of stock takes with the same name, if they've got different dates on October, November, January, what have you, you'll be able to filter by them and it makes it much easier. The important one, the update that went out recently was this new message now, share with other users. So if it was just a single person carrying out the stock take, so I'm loading the stock take for me to carry out today, I would leave the tick box selected no, press save, and I can start stock taking. But I want to actually share this stock take, so I've changed it to share. You can see that it's created by John X, which is myself, and I'm going to press save. We'll get a little message. Would you like to start this stock take now? So I'm going to just start doing this now. So I press yes, and here's the screen that we can see with the scanning screen. So the one thing I would mention at this point is if you are going to be doing lots of stock takes with multiple users, I would recommend looking at how many scanners you've got, the Bluetooth scanners. So if you have only got one Bluetooth scanner in the business, then please let us know. And obviously you can purchase more scanners from us. If you have got more than one scanner, then obviously that's great because each user needs their own scanner. So first of all, I'm the first user and I'm just going to stock take a couple of these items. There we go. Now, I've done all the shop floor trolleys. So at this point, I'm just going to review the stock take. I'm happy with what I scanned. I've scanned 4 items and I'm going to press send. There we go. So that's the message that pops up to say my stock take is sent but not yet complete. Go to Xpos. So if we take a look at my Xpos system now and go to stock takes, we should see here the trolley stock take October, which was created by John Xpos. So if we have a little check here and click on view, what you'll see, it was counted by John Xpos because I'm the only person who's actually sent anything at the moment. And there's my count that I've scanned, which is my 4 items. So now we've done the first user and we're just going to log in now on the second device. And I'm going to show you what this looks like to the second member of staff who's joining that stock take. Right then, so I've logged in. Now this is the second user's device. So as you can see, it's not John Xpos anymore, it's John Williams. So we've got a different member of staff now. This is a different member of staff's device. So this member of staff won't create that stock take that the previous member of staff did. What we're going to do is start a stock take and join, hopefully join that stock take that the other member of staff created. So we're going to tap start stock take. Now, in this little box here, if you tap where it says select existing stock take, we should see a list of all the stock takes that have been shared in the business that have basically opened account. So we can see my trolley stock take October at the bottom. I'm just going to tap on that. And now I'm going to press scan. And here we go. So now the second user can now start scanning items on their device. So I'm actually in the stock room, so I'm just going to sort of scan in the remaining trolleys in the stock room, which I've now done. Obviously, like the individual stock takes, if you haven't got a barcode for an item, you can tap select product in the middle of the screen. This will then display all of the product variants that will belong to that category that you've selected. So these are all the electric trolleys available to me from my Xpos system. So you can manually tap one of these and add a quantity if there was a barcode missing. So the second user now at this point can tap review. And at this point here now, we just see what we've scanned. We're going to press send. And that is it. So we've just sent over the stock take for the second user. So if we go back to Xpos now, so we go to stock takes. So we have a look at the stock take again and view the stock take. This time what we should see is the original 4 count, which obviously is the units we said, and the quantity's gone up by 1, which was the second user's count. And at the top of the screen, for yourselves, your counted by names are going to be a lot clearer than mine, because obviously mine says John Xpos and John Williams, because that's the 2 different users. For you guys, it's going to be much more distinguishable about your staff members. At this point, we would be able to do our checks or discrepancy checks, line checks, make any changes in here, like, pardon me, like you would make any changes like you would in a normal stock take. If you're happy with the count, though, we can press complete. The one sort of area, though, we'll just mention is if you are doing a stock take, I've shared a stock take, the second member of staff didn't maybe complete the stock take on their device. So they started scanning, they went off to do a lesson, or they happened to leave the business for some reason that day. The first user can also go onto their device and press start stock take, and they could actually, even though they've already sent the count over, they can start stock take again on their same device they sent one over earlier, and they can carry on scanning. So that would basically send it over. But once you press complete here in Xpos for a stock take, and you have completed the stock take, there is obviously no discrepancies here. So I'm just going to close that. At this moment now, because the stock take is completed, this stock take can't be restarted on any devices. For obvious reasons that the stock take is finished. So what would happen is if I created a stock take, scanned my quantity, sent it, Jack, who works with me, was going to start a stock take, or he started counting, he didn't complete it and he went away. So instead of that, the first user, John, opens up that stock take again, starts stock take and scans the area that Jack was supposed to send. He's then gone into Xpos, John has, and completed the stock take. What would happen is when Jack tries to start the stock take, maybe at another time on his device, he'll get a message to say that he can't start the stock take because it's already been completed in Xpos. So at least that way, it does put a little bit of security around the maybe like human error and things like that. And there we go. So that's shared stock taking, guys. I hope that you found that really useful. I think it's a great feature. Big one for me is making sure that you've got the right quantity of Bluetooth scanners in the business. So if you do need any more scanners, you want to know how much they are, or any information about shared stock taking, please shout out to myself. So you can email john.williams@xpos.co.uk, or you can email hello@xpos as well, and we'll come back to you straight away. Well, have a great weekend, guys, and we'll speak to you all soon.